Hi, welcome to the Shelly Studio, and today I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to use some embossing folders and create texture without the die cutting machine because I don't have one of those. My sister gave me these for my birthday. She's like, I don't know what they are, but I'm sure you could use them. So I was watching a video and someone showed how to get texture from your stencils, and so I'm like, well, I could probably do that with these embossing folders. So I've taken watercolor paper, I soaked it, I let it get floppy, but not like the surface wasn't wet. I let it sit for a while and get really floppy, and then I'm just putting a lot of pressure on the plates, trying to get the texture, and I don't think I get quite enough texture. I pulled the watercolor paper out too soon, and then I couldn't line it up, so I didn't want to mess it up, so I stopped. With this smaller one, it's a little bit bigger images, and so I do this one as well, and I make sure it's good and embossed before I take it out of the embossing folder. And I thought it would be kind of fun to watercolor these and just see what happens. And while I was waiting for them to dry, I waited for them to be completely dry before I started to do anything. I thought, well, what if I rubbed a white crayon across the surface just to kind of catch those ridges, and maybe that would help resist the watercolor. So I'm breaking out my crayons, a little Star Wars set that was just for looks really, but I knew there was a white crayon in there. And we're gonna just rub across the surface, and hopefully it will help those bumps resist the watercolor and we will see the pattern. So this is my koi watercolor set, and I like pinks and blues, so I just picked one that I liked. I'll tell you what color that is. That one is Quinacridone Rose. And this one ends up looking a lot like springtime because of the colors I picked, but hey. And you can kind of see the texture on there. You can tell it's faint, but I think you can see it. It's kind of interesting, I think. I do think I will try her technique and do it with a stencil and see what I come up with. She uses a stencil and the back of a spoon and rubs the paper into the stencil, so we'll try that. Maybe that'll be next week's project. Just kind of blending the edges. Don't want any rough edges, just kind of want it organic looking. And I really don't know where I'm going with this other than I wanted to try it. Alright, so we'll set that one aside and we'll do this other one. And this one, I have a little concoction on there, but I'm adding Prussian blue. And then I decide to add a little bit of a yellow. It's called Areoline Hue. It's got a little bit of blue mixed in there, so it looks a little green. I was thinking I was going for a green background, but it really started to look blue. And I didn't think it was dark enough, so I'm going to try and get a lot of pigment on here and go into the deep areas so we can get that pattern to really show up. I probably could have rubbed a little harder with the crayon, but I really did just go over it lightly. So I didn't want to smoosh the texture flat, I just wanted to get a little resist going. I sped this up quite a bit because I do fuss around each of those. I guess they're flowers. The embossing folder is from Project Life. I'm not sure if you can get it. I'm sure it was on the clearance. And I think the title is Playful. And I don't see a model number, but it was just gotten either at Michael's or Hobby Lobby. Those are the two stores near my house, so I'm sure she got them at one of those. Oh, it looks like Hobby Lobby. Part of the price sticker is still there. Alright, so now that I've got these two things, I have to decide what I'm going to do with them. So I thought maybe I've seen a lot of people make like collage card things, so I thought maybe we can turn this into a card. So we'll take that, and of course my card's a little small, so I decide we're gonna cut it in half and we'll make two cards. And this is just scrap watercolor paper that I hadn't used. So I did cut the blue one in half, or tear it in half, and we're just gonna kind of create a bit of a collage. And yes, I know, it looks totally springtime, so maybe these will be Easter cards for somebody, who knows. So that's some Tim Holtz washi tape. I'll just rub it down with the card. Since I'm not gluing it, I want to make sure it's good and secure. And I do fiddle with this quite a bit to figure out where I want things to be. I'm just using glue dots to secure most of it. So while I'm fussing with this, how's all your weeks going this week? Today's Wednesday. Let's see, Monday. We had a horrible snowstorm right during the commute time. A normal 30-minute drive home from work took me 2 hours. It was very terrifying. Oh, the snow was so bad. I live in Utah, so we should be used to the snow, but I've been commuting the same route for over 20 years, and this was the most difficult drive home I've had. I wasn't worried for my life, but I was worried that I was going to get stuck and have to sit in my car all night long. I think I need to put a blanket in my car. Just in case, for the next time. And like I said, I fiddle around with this quite a bit, trying to figure out where I want everything to go, what I want to put on here. And this is a bunch of random bits from different places. The butterfly is a doily that came from Cindy Utter. The little fabric tag there came from an ephemera pack from Michael's. And the tag at the bottom came from Canvas Corp brands. I can't believe I can remember where all that stuff came from. So with the butterfly, I decided I would need glue to glue it down. Yeah, this was probably not the best thing to do because it practically glued itself to my piece of paper I had there. And then of course my hands are completely sticky. I'm much better at the Mod Podge or Nah, medium. And that's a thin layer. That doily paper is super thin. And I think we'll give it a little bit of bling. Why not? And there we go. Get that much done, and then I know it needs some words. Let's fix that wing. There we go. So I find some lettering. See if I have enough letters to spell a word. You run out of vowels so fast. So there we go. That's the first one, and I'll show you a picture of the second one. Oh yeah, close up. Here's the second one. Well, I hope you liked that. If you did like it, please hit like. Feel free to share, comment, and if you'd like to see more from me, please subscribe. Thanks for watching.